Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see the vector integration. So among the vector integration, we are having three types of integrals: line integral, surface integral, and volume integral. Among that, first we see that line integral. A integral which is evaluated along a curve is called as a line integral, and also the explanations for the mathematical notations was given as that integral of the tangential component of f vector along C is called a line integral, called the tangential line integral of f vector along C, and it is denoted by integral over C. You have to say f vector dot r vector. Yeah, and note that what you mean by f vector means it was given here as a note: f1 I vector plus f2 j vector plus f3 k vector. So this is the f vector value, and in the next case we will see the r vector. So r vector is equal to xi vector plus yj vector plus zk vector. That is, when you are differentiating this value, you will get it as dr vector equal to dxi vector plus dyj vector plus dzk vector. Now they are doing the calculations, that is, they are concluding that f vector dot dr vector, which is the formula for the line integral. So f vector dot dr vector equal to, so you have to dot product the values of f and dr. Finally, you're getting as f1 into dx plus f2 into dy plus f3 into dz. When we are doing the dot product with the two vectors, you'll get the value without the I vector, j vector, and the k vector components. So now, if they are taking the integral on both sides, you will get the value as integral over c f vector dot dr vector equal to integral over c f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz. And then suppose x equal to x of t and y equal to y of t, z equal to z of t, or the functions of a scalar parameter t, then how will you write it? Just you are assuming that value. So if they are giving like this means regarding to the t value, you can write that integral over c f vector dr vector as like this: integral over c f1 dx by dt plus f2 dy by dt plus f3 and dz by dt into over dt. So then work done by force. So we have seen the line integral. Now we are seeing the work done force. They are asking, that is, if f vector of x comma y comma z is a force acting on a particle. Now we are checking an f vector, that is a force which is acting on a particle which moves along a given curve C. Then the integral over C f vector dr vector gives the total work done by the force f vector in the displacement along C. That is called as work done. Work done means the movement of a particle along some directions is known as the work done by the force, which has been given as f vector equal to integral over C f vector dot dr vector. And then conservative force field. See, this is a conservative force field. F vector is a conservative force field if integral over a to b f vector dot dr vector is an independent of the path joining a and b. If conservative field, then it can be expressed as a gradient of some scalar function. So the conservative field f vector has been expressed as the gradient, as like the a gradient, that is f vector equal to del phi. We know that the gradient is a del phi. So similarly, we are expressing the conservative field as like f vector equal to del phi, where phi is a scalar function. And then notice they have given that if f is the conservative field, then f vector equal to del phi. Then you can write the formula as like over integral over c f vector d vector as integral over c del phi dot dr vector. So how can you write the del phi into dr vector? That was given here. That is I vector into dou phi by dou x plus j vector into dou phi by dou y plus k vector into dou phi by dou z into that value dr value dx into I vector plus dy into j vector plus dz into k vector has been given, and it is calculated. Finally they are getting as d phi by dx into dx. So dou x into dx. So totally again they are getting that value as d5, which is equal to d5. Therefore, the integral over c f vector dr vector is equal to d5, means when you are integrating this value with respect to the limits a and b, you're getting phi varies from a to b, which is equal to pi of b. That is upper limit minus lower limit, you have right. So pi of b minus pi of a. And then second point, if f is conservative, then where f vector equal to del phi means del dot f vector is equal to del into, we know that f vector is del phi. So for that you can write del phi here. So that is equal to curl into gradient phi. So which can be written like this, that is equal to 0. Hence del dot f vector equal to 0 if f vector is a conservative field. So we already know that in the value of rotational solenoidal, there you will use this solenoidal means del dot f vector equal to 0 means. So that is the meaning was given here. Since by the explanation f vector is a conservative, just given the second note. And then example for the line vector. If f vector is equal to 3xy I vector minus y square j vector, evaluate integral over c f vector dot dr vector, where c is the curve of the parabola, y equal to 2x square from 0 comma 0 to 1 comma 2. So the f vector was given here, and also they asked to evaluate. They are asking to evaluate integral over c f vector dot dr vector, wherever the y value, that is the parabola, was given here from the point to from the origin to the value 1 comma 2 was given here. So now the solution, first you have to calculate what is f vector dot dr vector. So first you are calculating the value. When you are doing the dot product on the both vectors, you'll get final answer as without the I vector, j vector, and so and so. And then the curve, we know that y is equal to 2x square. You have to differentiate with that value with respect to x. Therefore, you will get y as dy by dx, that is equal to 4x you'll get. So bring the dx to this side, you'll get the value. Now that along C, along the curve C, x varies from 0 to 1. Where they were given the value as 0 comma 0 and 1 comma 2, they are taking only the x value point. So you have to take that 0 comma 0 first value, you have to take the 0, and in the second case you have 1 comma 2, the x value is 1, so you have to take 1. So that's why you have written here from 0 to 1. So integral over C f vector dot dr vector equal to integral over C 0 to 1 3x. Wherever you are having that value, y they are applying, that is 2x square, and also instead of that dy we are applying dx. So you have to bring all the terms in a single variable. That's why it's written here, because it is a line integral, only one integral will be available here. So for that we are writing like this, and we have calculated, we have simplified this value. So now then, having that value as integral 0 to 1 6 x cube minus 16 x power 5 into dx. When you are integrating these values, you are getting the value as 6 into x power 4 by 4, varies from 0 to 1, minus 16 into x power 6 divided by 6, varies from 0 to 1. That was given here. And finally, you are getting the value as minus 7 by 6 units as the value. So this is the line integral thing. So, and then find the work done in moving a particle in a force field f vector equal to 3x square I vector plus 2xy xz minus jyj vector minus zk vector from 0 t equal to 0 to t equal to 1 along some curves x equal to 2t square, y equal to t, z equal to 4t cube was given here. So there we have seen line integral. In the first problem we have seen the line integral expansions and also the calculated values. Now we are seeing that work done. So first you have to calculate that is f vector into dr vector. First you have to calculate that value, and then you have to take that parameters x equal to 2t square. You have to convert that value. You have to differentiate with respect to t. So you'll get 4t into dt. And similarly, you have to do the y value also. Differentiating that, you will get dy dt. And then z is equal to 4t cube, which you'll get as d is equal to 12t square into dt. So substitute all the values in the f vector dot dr vector. Finally, the values all will be in the terms of t. So that is the thing. Then now you have to simplify all the values, and you have to apply the integral value. Here you have to take the point which is given already, 0 to 1. The t varies from 0 to 1. So that so there you have to do the normal integration. Finally, you are getting the point as 13 by 6 units. So the work done by the force has been given as 13 by 6 units. And now just you have to show that f vector equal to is a conservative field, which is f vector is given here, and also you have to find out the for a scalar potential. Then you have to find out the work done also from the point to point. So f vector equal to 2xy plus z cube I vector plus x square plus j vector in plus 3x z square k vector. First you have to do the del dot f vector. Why we are doing this value means we are going to find out the scalar potential. For that we are doing the del cross f vector. And then after finding out that value, we already know that del cross f vector all should be equal to 0 vector. So therefore f vector is irrotational and hence it is conservative, was proved. And then you have to find out the scalar potential. For that you have to find out f vector equal to del phi. So now that del phi into dr vector, because we know that f vector into dr vector, so for that we are doing this value del phi into dr vector, that is we are getting the value as like this. And finally you're writing d phi by dx and d phi by so dou phi by dou x, dou phi by dou y, dou phi by dou z, integrating these values, integrating the above equations with respect to x, y, z. Finally you are getting the with partially, then you will get the value as like this: pi equal to x square y plus x z square plus some constant. That's why they have written as f1. And also second term with respect to y, we are getting the value pi equal to x square y plus some constant. So similar constants will not be applied here. Then pi equal to x z cube plus f z f3 in of x comma y. Now comparing the values: x square y plus x z cube, and then plus c is a constant. Work done by the force equal to, we have to know that the integral over c f vector dot dr vector equal to, we already know that if any sum of the points has been given, we have discussed already, that is the integral over c d phi equal to means pi of b minus pi of a. So using that we can apply it. Also they have given the points. Using that point, the work done surface equal to pi of a minus pi of b. So there you have to apply the values of 3 comma 1 comma 4 x y z, and 1 comma minus 2 1 is also as the x y z. So after applying these two all these 2 points, we get the value as 2 not 2 units. So this is the work done you have seen. So surface integral, an integral which is evaluated over surface, is called a surface integral. We have seen already line integral. Now we just have given the definition of a surface integral. An integral which is evaluated over surface is called as a surface integral. Evaluation of a surface integral has been explained in the last one. So thank you.